So how's everybody doing today? So I'm gonna go back to back with the video, 2 days in a row, or you might even get this on the same day. So this is John Huey and the Uncomfort Zone. It's brought to you by Blacktopia.org. Check us out. Check out my boy Jay. Hey Jay, what's up? How's the East Coast treating you? So anyway, I was gonna do a video on religion, but then I got to thinking, and I don't want to do that. Not today, anyway. So I was thinking about what I was gonna talk about. Last time I talked about, homophobia in the black community. I ain't talking about that no more. We already did that. So, let's do something different today. So I'm not gonna give you a story. I thought about I start off with a story, but I'm not gonna do that. So here's the deal. So instead of talking about everything that's wrong, let's talk about everything that's right. Like comments or things that we have in common with other nationalities, other races. Instead of always pointing out the differences, let's come to a common ground. Let's just take this as a challenge. All right. We've seen the ice bucket challenge. We see all these other whacked ass challenges. So I'm going to challenge you guys to post something every day, for one, that's positive, uplifting, funny, something that's not negative. And then also along the same lines, post something that is universal, that can shed light on our culture, and things that that other people, other nationalities, other races have in common with us. So let's stop posting and stop pointing out the differences. Well, because the differences, yeah, they're there, but that's what makes us individual. I'm not hating on a white person that says I love white people. I'm not hating on a black person that says I love black people. I'm not hating on a Mexican person or a Latino or Asian person or whatever, a Martian, if they say that they love their people, because you should love your people. But saying that you love your people does not mean that you hate other people. Now that's where the problem is when a person says, I love blank, but I hate everything else. God bless my people, but hate everybody else. That's what we need to stop. So let's start pointing out the things that we have in common. That's something that we need to start doing. Stop. We already know. We know that there's a problem. We know that there's a problem. Everybody knows that there's a problem, even when they don't want to say that there's a problem. But let's not focus on that, because it's not changing tomorrow. I would like it to change tomorrow, but let's start pointing out the things that we have in common. We all got to pay bills, whether you make $2 or $2 million a day. You got to pay bills, because we all got to eat. We all got to sleep. We all take a dump, and we all take a piss. Now, how we do it may be a little bit different, but we all do those things. We take a bath or a shower or some type of way of cleaning yourself up. Now, but there was that one dude that spent like 60 years and never took a bath or a shower, and he looked like he was an alien. I don't know, there's something wrong with that person. So unless you got some kind of condition where you can't get in water, which is very few people, but there is a condition like that, or you can't eat. There are people that can't eat because there are conditions. We all eat. We all drink. We all sleep. Well, there are people who can't sleep, So, but that's my point. My point is, start looking at things that we have in common, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's dancing, whether it's cooking, whether it's, the way we care for our kids, meaning that the way we love our kids, or, the way we discipline our kids. There's common ground to find. There's things that we can have a conversation with somebody that don't look like us that can open the door, a conversation starter. Not a confrontational conversation starter, but something, we go to the doctor, we all get sick, people have fears, fear of flying, fear of needles, fear of spiders, fear of dogs. People love dogs, people hate dogs, people love cats. Whatever it is, that's universal. That has nothing to do with the color of your skin. So let's start pointing out the things that we have in common, and we'll see we have more in common with people. And if more people start doing that, stop focusing on what we don't have in common, maybe that gap that we don't have in common will become insignificant, and it'll be smaller, and we won't even worry about that. So we won't have to be uncomfortable anymore. You feel me? So I'm saying, that's uncomfortable for people to do something out of their comfort zone. And I'm telling you to get out of your comfort zone and post something that you feel that would be universally liked or understood, that's not negative, but that could be, something that somebody could point out, and then put a little something under it that says, look, I challenge you to post for the month of July something positive, every day, something uplifting every day, something that shows us that how similar we are versus how different we are. Whether you're a Muslim, whether you are a Jewish person, whether you call yourself a Christian, or like myself, a Jedi, we all believe in the same God. It's just how we how we worship him. We worship him differently. Just like if you're in a congregation, if you're in a synagogue, if you're in a mosque, no two people in there have the exact same thoughts going on, so they're going to do things differently. And if everybody in your church, in your synagogue, in your mosque, in whatever your temple, whatever the hell it is you go and you worship God, if everybody's doing exactly the same thing, you're in an occult. Because there is no free thought. God wants free thought. And if you don't have free thought, then think about it. If I have to be this, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. Where does it say that? Where does it say that? Now, like I said, I don't want to get into a religious thing, but my point is, we have so many things in common. Stop getting pissed about the things we don't have in common. That makes no sense. Stop hating on people because they didn't dot the I, or they didn't cross the T. Hell, if you can still read the damn word, then you can read the damn word. So somebody can't spell as good as you. That mean you don't like them? That's the same thing. So they're a little darker than you. They're a little lighter than you. They're bigger than you. They're smaller than you. Whatever. They eat more than you. They eat less than you. Their hair is green. Their hair is blue. Are you feeling what I'm saying? If we stop looking at the differences and start looking at the things that make us the same. We all have blood running through our veins. We all breathe. We all need oxygen. The only thing that we know for sure is that you're born, and at some point you will die. What you do in between that time defines who you are. Your definition of who you are can be defined by somebody else or by yourself. The choice is yours. So you can choose to be a robot and listen to somebody else, or you can be your own person and think for yourself and start to make changes and start to do things different. The choice is yours. Be the robot or be a human being and realize that we have more in common than we have differences. Now that's all I got to say today. Like I said, it wasn't nothing real crazy. But anyway, this is John Huey. This is the Uncomfort Zone. It's brought to you by blacktopia.org and the letter 48, the color purple. See ya, Jay! Holla!